Beautiful. We're rolling.
You may be wondering why we're both sitting in the same camera.
Well, I just wanted to sit next to Daniel today. That's the reason.
We have our special guest today, Levi Thomas. Levi, how are you?
I'm good. I got attacked by a bug.
A lot of flies out here.
Happy to be here.
Good.
I'm quite humbled and honored to be the first guest of the summer pod.
Amazing. This is our first episode actually with a guest. Obviously, like we said, we're joined by Levi Thomas.
Exciting thing.
We'll do a couple of these guest episodes in between the regular episodes. So this is the first one, and we're excited.
Yeah?
We're amped.
We're amped.
We're ready to go.
Fun
Let's go.
times.
Let's do this.
All right, so let's just start off. Levi, how's everything going?
Everything's good. Oh, sorry. I got some in my eye. Everything's good, Just taking it easy for the summer. I'm on Accutane, so
Let's go.
gotta stay out of the sun.
Accutane.
Shout out the shade. Got the dry lips and dry face and the mood swings, but it's making my face pretty.
All
so
for the better.
can't complain. It's all for the better, for the long run.
Nice.
Just trying to make music, trying to have fun with my friends, my girlfriend, just trying to soak up the summer sun as safely as possible because I can't be in the sun for that long because of Accutane. But it's good. Life is good.
Fantastic. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Levi is a musician. He makes music.
Amazing music.
As musicians do.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm trying,
Levi
Yeah.
Thomas on Spotify.
Levi Thomas, yeah, we'll link him. Link him in the description.
Yeah, click on the description.
So yeah, let's kind of get into it. How did you start off in music? Was it always kind of something you were into? Is it something new? Kind of what's your story behind it?
I mean, I always loved listening to music and talking about music, nerding out about artists with my friends and whatnot. But I didn't really think of me as a musician growing up. I never played an instrument, never really did anything about performing and singing or anything. I wanted to play baseball for the longest time, professional baseball, college baseball, professional baseball. I was fully grinding for the longest time, and then I just kind of fell out of it. Didn't really want to play anymore, unfortunately. It's kind of sad.
This was on the high school team?
Yeah, I ultimately quit after my sophomore year of high school. But, I'd been playing since I was 4 years old, growing up.
You guys played together, right? Did you?
Levi
Yeah,
and I,
yeah,
So
for
we
a-
played.
for a
we
quick
played.
sec.
We played in Little League together,
Okay.
but we were
Shout
never.
out
We were
Sherman Oaks
never.
Little League.
Sherman Oaks Little League. We were actually never on the same team though.
Yeah, we'd always play against each other.
Yeah, we'd always play against each other. Never on the same team, which was always kind of funny. And then travel ball, we were always on different teams.
Yeah.
And then for 2 weeks going into high school, Cleveland did
Yeah.
this baseball little camp before the school session even started, so you can kind of get acquainted with the team and the coaches could kind of see how good you were. So for 2 weeks we were practicing together
For those
Wow.
14 days.
and then I quit baseball on the first day.
Oh my
of
God.
high
The
school.
first day? Why
Very
first
first
day.
day. I walked out. Just did not like the coaches.
That's respect. That's
neither here
I
nor
should have
there.
done that with basketball and stuff,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
And then Levi stuck it out a bit longer, but then he eventually.
I eventually burned out.
It's just the burnout. It happens.
It
Yeah.
just,
It happens.
and
It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be.
Yeah, and I wasn't feeling it anymore. Didn't really know what to do. This is funny. This was actually my college essay, my Common App essay.
Really?
Oh, really?
Didn't really know what to do with myself. Felt lost,
Yeah.
And then
Lost in the sauce.
started picking up bass guitar. Started playing bass. Started playing little bands with my friends. Playing some cover songs and some gigs. Coachella, obviously. And that was the first time I really sang to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And in
did
front of
amazing.
700 people
Yeah.
in a high school auditorium kind of breaks the ice a little.
For sure.
I was very nervous at first, but then I trusted myself, and then I was like, I could do this. But it wasn't until quarantine last summer or I guess it was March when it started, where I was just so bored in my house, in my room, and I downloaded Ableton, installed just the $100 free trial. Sorry.
This random guy just.
Someone just sneezed really
I was
loud.
very tempted to yell bless you, but I didn't.
All right, go on.
Quarantine, download Ableton, started making beats. Realized it was a lot of fun. started listening to a lot more music and sort of understanding it from a different perspective, and I was like, oh my God, like I could do this. I've the voice to do it. I'm learning the proper techniques to make the right music, and you know, at least for me, is I want to curate my own sound, and I can do that when I know what I'm doing. And so I could just, like those beats that I make, like With You, my first song, that was one of the first ever beats I made. And that was just like my brainchild. Like you could hear everything from my head and then putting it onto that Ableton file. And then ultimately going down to San Diego, where I go to school in the fall, bringing all these beats to my homie who's an audio engineer. And then we just started cooking up and started making music. And I was like, hey, I guess, this is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, I think you've always had that talent. I mean, I remember hanging out with you, like, before in high school when you didn't even know how to play bass, guitar, nothing like that. And I knew how to play guitar, and I was playing guitar, and you just picked it up and said, hey, let me listen to this song and play it on guitar, and you played it. It was all just by ear. And, like, already, like, when you started, I was like, this dude is talented, like, you.
Thanks.
Yeah, like, I'm glad you did something with it.
Yeah, you're able to kind of because you're kind of able just to pick something up just by hearing it.
Yeah, I always, like, growing up, before I even started playing any instruments, I would play on piano just by ear, and kind of.
And Levi also knew every single song on the radio. One of, like, my earliest memories would be driving home from, like, I think I was in, like, second grade or maybe third grade at elementary school. And I'd be driving home with Levi, and Levi would know every single song on the radio. It would just come on, and he just had the ear, and he would just listen to it like once or twice, and then just know the song. And he would know the artist of the songs also, which that was completely foreign to me. But you've always kind of had that ear to just kind of pick things up, and so that's kind of translated, it seems, into like piano and guitar. Because you picked that bass, I guess, but you picked that up really quick.
Yeah, I mean, my passions, I kind of nerd out a lot about them. Baseball, I would go really hard and make sure I knew everything. And now with music, I just try and learn everything about not even like music and music theory, but just like music culture and different artists, different songs, and the impacts that they have. I've been watching this new Netflix documentary called This Is Pop, and it talks about like the impact of pop music and just the different artists that have been so revolutionary to the culture and the eras of their time. Really cool. And like I listen to podcasts breaking down songs line by line, note by note, just different stuff like that. Keeps me engaged in music. Music is like a fun thing for me. It's like a hobby almost, but if I work hard enough, I think I'm going to try and make it a career.
Yeah. And whatever you do, it's like a helicopter though. Whatever you do, you really have to go all into it and like understand every single aspect of that sport. That like if you want to go into music, you have to understand everything like you're doing with music, stocks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really important, and like it's cool to understand the culture.
Yeah, I mean, luckily music is a lot about like connecting with other people, like music industry.
Yeah.
Whether it's producers, engineers, managers, just people that you would know that get you connected and build up your status.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a producer. I really like what you're doing. I want to work with you one day. And you sit down, bang out a bunch of beats, different songs that you make, and then you meet one of their friends, and then one of their friends, and it just, the connections continue, and then that's what I'm just trying to do. And I'm sort of still making my way, but I'm getting there.
So when it comes to like music and music cultures, you were saying, who are like your idols in the music industry? Like who are some figures, some people that you look up to and like aspire to?
God, I have so many, but I think like in regards to my sound and like Levi Thomas as a musician, the first person who like really sparked that for me and was like, oh my God, like I want to make music like this was Dreamer Boy.
Ooh.
Who Daniel knows. Like when I first listened to him,
it's
I was
like very similar to what you're making as well.
I'm obsessed with this. Cause I don't know, you could like, I heard myself in that type of music. I don't know why I'm putting these back. That was quarantine, 2020, and I remember my friend Noah Evans. Shout out Noah Evans. Me and him like had a playlist where we would just like add songs that we thought were really fire, and Orange Girl by Dreamer Boy was like the first song I'd heard, and you can kind of hear the influence on With You with Orange Girl by Dreamer Boy, but we won't talk about that. But Dreamer Boy, definitely. Kevin Parker / Tame Impala. Cautious Clay, if you've heard of him, just dropped a new album, Deadpan Love.
For
For
those who don't know, what genre is all this?
This is like, I like to call it like dream pop, indie pop. That's what I'm kind of going for. I love that like very bright, rich feeling that you get with songs, rich harmonies, rich synth layers, different stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know a lot about music genres, and I honestly don't know a lot about music in general.
Sounds like you know a lot, though.
Yeah, more than me.
More than
me. Yeah.
Than the common person.
The common man.
But I still need. There's still a lot that I'm yet to learn, and I'm excited to learn about, I guess, as the time goes on.
So what's kind of the process of you making your music? So I assume it starts off as an idea. So what's kind of the process between like the idea, kind of like a kind of vision of what you want, to the final product? How does that process kind of work?
I guess song by song, it's kind of different. Granted, I've only released 2 songs thus far, but I have a bunch in the vault that I've been working on, and it kind of starts usually with beat ideas that I have, whether it's just a cool chord progression that I bring to my homie and we sort of bring it to life. Like my new song that's coming out July 23rd, hopefully. I'm pretty sure July 23rd.
Can you give the name or not?
Yeah, it's called I'm in My Head.
I'm in my head. This episode was sponsored by I'm in My Head with Levi Thomas.
But that song started out as just like a guitar riff, and then, add drums and a bunch of different layers, bass and whatnot, and it kind of just came together. And at a certain point, I wanted to add, like, I had like the first half of the song done with the lyrics, and then the second half I had to fill in, and then with the lyrics. But With You, the lyrics came last. The whole beat was done first. And other songs that I've made, it's like entire beat is done and then lyrics. But I've been trying to get in to doing it side by side. And so more of my recent stuff that I've been making has been that. But at the same time, I think listening to a beat and then being like, oh, I can put my vocals here and here and sort of make a song around this beat and make it whole, make it like an entire project that it deserves to be, a record, one might say,
Mm-hmm.
Sounds very official, sounds very complete, and that makes it much better to me, is just that whole process.
So what's easier for you to make, the lyrics or the beat?
The beat, 100%. I'm such a bad songwriter, honestly. Like, With You, I would just, like, I can sing different cool melodies that I think of in my head, but, like bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Like, I just, like, didn't know what to say for the longest time. And, for those other songs that I've been writing. So that's kind of a struggle for me, but I've been working on it, been trying to work with other people that I've been collaborating with that help me with that. And obviously it'll become easier. I'm seeing myself become a better songwriter in the process. When I started this, I didn't know how to do anything, so it's like I'm starting from zero and I'm just kind of building myself up. So I'm proud of myself regardless.
Yeah, props to you.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you.
Impressive. And I mean, I know a lot of famous singers. They don't write their own songs.
Oh.
They just sing it, or they just buy it off.
You know a lot of famous singers?
Oh yeah, I know a lot of famous singers. I'm a famous singer myself, actually.
Aren't you now?
Oh yeah.
I
Big
did
time.
not know that.
Yeah. Did you hear my latest song?
No.
It's called "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?"
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the one by Macklemore, right?
No, it's actually by Tyga.
Oh, my bad. Do you want to build?
All right. Let's get back into it. Yeah. Well,
So yeah, I was kind of thinking about this earlier today, and kind of tailing off of what you just said. Like when you started, you really didn't know much, but then you were able to kind of create, your first couple songs, and it sounds like you're definitely building that network of people.
Trying.
Definitely, and it's only up from here. But I was kind of wondering how easy is it for the average person to just start making music? Because it seems like, especially with like SoundCloud and all these platforms, it seems rather easy to put your music out. But like, how easy is it for people just to, with an idea, just kind of create a song?
As someone with an idea, I think it's definitely easier than ever
Mhm.
because I think the internet age has made it so much more accessible for people to download music software and different plugins, and all it takes, like, I only have one little MIDI controller keyboard and my laptop, my headphones, and that's all I really need to make beats. And even without that, you can sort of do it manually just on your computer. Yeah, I mean, not that it's like just using your laptop,
Yeah,
but like, case in point, it's never been easier to make songs. But I think to make it as a musician, to make it in the music industry, it still is hard. And I'd argue it's even harder just because quantity-wise of how many people are trying to put themselves out there. I see so many people on TikTok and Instagram advertising their stuff, and I'm like, damn, this music's good, might be even better than mine, but like, I don't know if they're marketing it properly. But it's a very competitive market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
it seems like it's really flooded. There's a lot of people, a lot of voices trying to climb to the top. So how do you like promote your music in such like an age where there's so many voices out there?
Well, I'd say social media is a very I don't want to say weapon, but it's a very powerful asset to have, especially, I have like 2,000 followers on Instagram, so that spreads the word. And, I have my friends that support me who repost it, and then their followers see it, and it all is kind of interconnected. I didn't really market my first 2 songs very well, so I'm hoping from here on out, submitting to playlists and different music blogs and just different curators who will spread the word for you just because they have such a big following.
Yeah, I mean, the whole business, the whole industry is just getting yourself out there. Just tons of, presenting your stuff, and hopefully you'll get some stuff back to you. Hopefully people will listen. Hopefully, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll get there eventually.
I'm hoping,
Yeah.
I gotta work hard,
Yeah,
but
it's a grind.
gotta believe in myself first and foremost. That's like the key, because
Yeah,
that's like what I struggle with too. Is everyone's always telling me, "Oh my God, like, so good, Levi, famous musician." Like, no, but like, I
He's very
appreciate
nice.
the support,
He is.
but like, it's hard because sometimes I just don't believe in myself because you see all these people who are better, like I struggle with comparing myself to people who are professionals, who have managers who do the stuff for them and are so much more successful than me just because like this is what they do, and I'm a 19-year-old college student, just like trying to make beats and have fun. But like, it's a grind, but you need to believe in yourself first and foremost. Can I curse on this or no?
Yeah, sure.
You cannot give a fuck about what anyone else thinks. Like, you got to believe in yourself first. Obviously, you need to care what other people think, but like, you can't let it get to you.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true in music. It's true in all aspects of life.
Oh yeah.
If you're trying to achieve anything, and especially nowadays, and especially with, I think, something like music, which, I mean, a big way to promote it is through social media. But then through social media, you see all these other people who are promoting their stuff who might have bigger followings and more people, and that could kind of, feed into this loop of, well, how am I ever going to get there? But I think what you said is definitely true. You have to believe in yourself and believe that with your own skills and with what you bring to the table, you'll be able to make it.
When Dixie D'Amelio has more monthly listeners at a certain point than Frank Ocean, kind of makes you lose hope because you have these celebrities that just decide to make music and decide to have more money, and
they have millions and millions of followers.
So many followers who will do anything that they say. Oh my God, I love you. You're the best. Like, I'm gonna do anything that you do, follow anything that you say. But
that's life. That's life. Yeah. And I remember I was bike riding and I had like an existential crisis, and I was like, shit, like, what do I want to do with my life? I'm in college, like, am I doing the right thing, and yada yada. And I keep comparing myself to all these millionaires, and like, I'm like, why aren't I a millionaire at 20 years old?
Have you seen that video of Gary Vee? He's like, I would snap off both my arms and legs to be 25 again. Just like, dude, like, you'd be 25 and you wouldn't have arms and legs. Like,
Yeah.
what would you do?
We need to be thankful that we're
so
breathing,
young.
that we're young. We have our lives ahead of us. Like,
Oh, we have so much time. But what sucks is, like, we think we're running out of time. Like, everything's already so competitive, you know. Med school, trying to be a doctor or a filmmaker.
Doctor filmmaker.
That's
what you're gonna do. You're gonna be a doctor filmmaker.
that's what I was scared about, because I'm like,
Part-time doctor, part-time filmmaker.
I was like really like, you know, debating, do I really want to go into medicine? Do I really want to go to med school? I really don't know. Or do I want to quit everything and do film? And I need to find like a balance. That's why I was so stressed out and so like, shit, like, there's so many people who are better than me, and that, like, you know, I'm falling in this hole. And it was just like, I mean, like you said, I learned, you know, to be confident in myself, to believe in myself, to know that everything I'm doing is for a reason. We're going to college for a reason. We're doing this for, you know, it's just like every single thing is a step to where you eventually want to get to in life, I think.
That's true. But I will say, Daniel,
Yes, Aaron.
if it means anything to you,
Yes.
I've seen a lot of doctors. I've seen a lot of filmmakers. I've never seen a doctor filmmaker before. So
Until
coming.
that field is open for your taking. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, especially now.
I think you could do it.
I think I can. Just like, you know, film some surgeries. Like,
You would film surgeries,
guys,
but like in
open heart
super
surgery.
high resolution. You do like narration. You would do like special effects.
like, and here
You'd be
we are
doing
taking-
tracking shots inside of someone's like stomach. Or like you make like a mini dolly and you put it inside of their
Journey
stomach.
through the esophagus.
And it's like, it's just like a dolly shot, but you're going in someone's body. That'd be insane.
Daniel's gonna win the Oscar for the most cinematic colonoscopy of all time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I take my finger, I put like a little head mount on my finger, and I go, "This is the
But if you did want to be a doctor filmmaker, you'd have to believe in yourself.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have, or I guess no one's been a doctor filmmaker before.
Well, you
But,
know,
like,
Jung, what's his name? Something. He's an actor. He was a physician.
Jung something.
No,
That's his name, Jung something.
no. I think his first name is Jung. I'm not sure, but like
Okay.
he
Ken Jeong.
Ken Jung. Yeah, his last name.
Oh,
is Jung.
Ken Jung.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a physician. He went to med school. He was like a family doctor, and then he was also a stand-up comedian. And he's like,
Yeah,
you know
I've
what?
seen his stand-up special.
Screw it, I'm gonna become an actor or like a comedian, and he just kind of did it. And now he's both. I mean, like, not a physician anymore, but
He's funny though.
but yeah, I mean, look, he's, you know, he was a doctor, now he's a famous actor. So anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
And he believed in himself. I'm sure he
did.
had so many people doubting.
Yeah.
He could never become a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
He's a physician. Look at him now.
Exactly. I have a friend who, well, he's my cousin's friend. He's from Canada, and he went to med school in Canada 4 years. Then decided, you know what? I want to do film. He went to med school for 4 years, and he's like, you know, I got everything I needed out of my medical experience, and now I'm gonna do something else, and I want to do film production. So he's in Toronto doing film.
Nice.
Really?
That
he,
just-
he,
that
he
just-
never practiced medicine after med school?
No, because after med school you do like your residency and like
Right.
and then practice. So he went to med school for 4 years and decided, you know what, I had enough experience, and I'm gonna go to
Wow.
film school now.
That's really interesting.
We should interview him.
Get him on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
I have a bad tendency lately to listen to music, professional signed artists who do this for a living, and say, damn, I'll never be as good as them. I'll never.
No.
I hear this sound, like, I want nothing more than to do that every single day, make music every single day of my life. Like that literally be my job that I'm paid for. But I'm not. I'm a broke college student. This is a side. I have to remember, like, this is a side piece right now, but I have time. And, like, I can't be comparing myself to these artists who are already big and already have everything laid out for them, you know? Because I'll hear their music and be like, wow, this is incredible. Like, this is what I want to do. This is the music that I want to make. Touch the mic.
All good. All good.
But damn, that really interrupted my
No, you're
inspirational speech. But, you know, I guess I kind of forgot what I was going to say, but everything will work itself out.
Of course.
Yeah,
And
but all those guys started where you were.
oh, yeah.
You know, nobody
That's what I
started.
forget,
Unless
know?
I guess if you're like Dixie D'Amelio, but like no one else started with like a full crew, a full set. It just started with a passion and an idea.
Yeah.
And then over time, you know, you meet people, you make things, more people kind of come on board.
They connected with
and then
people,
it just
and
kind of snowballs.
they believed in themselves.
They did.
And they got a small donation of $1 million, like just like Donald Trump did with his dad.
Small loan.
Yeah, small loan of $1 million. My bad.
maybe so. So okay, so what's been the what's been the toughest part of the journey so far in you know, making music?
Probably what I've been saying,
Yeah.
like believing in myself, or at the same time doubting myself,
Mhm.
you know? I think that's been the biggest, because, you know, I like my work. I think it is good music. I think it's fantastic music. Got to be my biggest fan, you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
Incredible music. My new song, I think, is better than the last two. So
Okay.
we're only going up from
It's
here.
only getting
It's only
better.
getting
Stay
better,
tuned for
you
that
know?
new song. We're very excited
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
I like my high quality sound, you know, very good music, but gotta believe in myself. I gotta let people know that it is the best song that they'll ever hear, you know? I gotta, have you guys been watching Dave?
No,
Not
I
the
need
second
to.
season.
I need
Oh,
to.
man.
I know you've been
It is
hyping
my
up,
favorite
but-
show.
First season was very funny.
You know, as an awkward Jew in LA trying to make it in the music industry, who also, I guess Dave's now on doxycycline, but he was also on Accutane, and I'm on Accutane.
Oh,
you know, just like relation after relation. But you know,
did he
always like,
Yeah.
he's always talking about, oh my God, like my music is the greatest music ever. I'm like one of the best rappers of all time. Like, he believes in himself so much, and you know, sometimes he doesn't have all the bombastic, incredible work that he claims he has, but like, he believes in himself.
Mhm.
Not to say that I'm like a rapper from Philadelphia and I like freestyle all the time, but like,
And especially once you get up like higher and you have more fans, you have a bigger fan base, you're gonna get haters, and you're gonna get people who doubt your music, and you're gonna get so many more people who don't like your music. And you have to learn how to goes in through one ear, goes out the other. You know what I mean? Like,
I love haters because like it means you're living rent free in their head, and it means you're doing something right. It means
that's
like
true.
they're upset at you because you're doing good and they're not, you know? And they might say, "Oh, your music sucks. Your music is ass." But like, I'm living rent free in your head, dude. Like, you took your time to listen to my music. First off, thank you, because you're up in the streams, and that means I'm doing it. You know, like, it's working. If I have haters, that means I'm doing something right, and you know, I have enough support to tell them to fuck off.
That's true.
It's facts.
Couldn't have said it better. That is factual.
No, yeah, that's really true, and especially the bigger you get, you'll definitely get the haters. But it just means you're getting bigger also, because when you're so small and it's only your friend group that's listening, you have no haters. But once you start getting those haters, well, then you know you're pushing out to the wilds. You know,
That's true.
Push it out to the wild.
It's
yeah,
weird.
dude,
Like,
it's true.
I've never
It's
heard
true.
that. Yeah.
on my
Yeah.
Spotify for artist page, I'll just like when I get bored, I'll like look at where my listeners are listening from. You know, like Malta or like
Haters from Malta.
Cambodia, Macedonia, just like different countries that
Levi's worldwide.
I never think I'd
Mr.
have fans.
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Please don't take off this episode as copyright, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, all credit to Mr. Worldwide. Don't come after us.
We love
come after
Pitbull.
us.
We love Pitbull. Hey, Pitbull's been there, done that. Anything.
Oh no, it's gonna get us taken down. Let me just recite his lyrics real quick.
No.
No, I'm joking.
No. We'll make sure we don't do that.
So what's been the most? So we talked about the tough. What's been the most rewarding parts so far?
Definitely just people. Obviously, they've been my friends, but people who have just come up to me and be like, I listen to your music, like, it's so good. And just the fact that, like, my brainchild is being consumed via the listener's ears and the listener's mind is really cool to know that, like, my work is being appreciated. And, you know, obviously as time goes on, hopefully more people will be like, hey, your music's great, man. I've been listening to it all the time. And I think that's the most rewarding. And, you know, hopefully people find comfort in listening to my music. People can escape into another realm, the Levi Thomas experience, you know, really truly listening to it and diving deep and just sort of relaxing and using my songs as therapy.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? Like, maybe people will be like, wow, like, your music saved me. I don't know.
That's what's so great about music, though. Film as well, art. You can really impact people's lives, and you didn't even know that you impacted their lives, but they reach out to you and they tell you thank you for saving me.
Music saves people.
It does. It really does.
Like, I was at Camp Flognaw in 2018, and I was watching the end of the Kid See Ghost set, and you just, like, throughout that whole weekend, you'd see, like, Kid Cudi fans there, and, like, Kid Cudi saved my life. Like, I love Kid Cudi so much. Like, and I remember they were playing Reborn. I don't think I was walking to that set when Reborn was playing, but, like, I'd see videos online of Reborn, and, like, everyone's crying in the crowd, and it's just like, wow, like, you saved me. And it's just crazy. Like, I was watching the documentary This Is Pop, like the series on Netflix, like I was saying earlier, and there was one about, like, what can a song do, and it was talking about the impact of a song and how much it can speak to people, and the impact it can, the toll it can take on people, like a positive toll. It can save them. Hello, helicopter.
These helicopters are just not leaving us alone.
I think. Wait, real quick. I think they're actually filming real close by. They're doing like a Netflix series or a feature film.
They're filming Star Wars?
Yeah, they're filming Star Wars right there, actually.
They're building the new Death Star.
Oh yeah, they are.
On
down
Tampa.
the street. On
yeah,
Tampa.
they are.
Yeah. So
Anyways, go on with what you were saying before. I totally cut you off.
Yeah, just music might be more powerful than some people think, and it can save people.
Definitely.
It's the helping hand, it's the shoulder to cry on when you might not have any shoulders to cry on. Music is much more powerful than many people think, and I'm just trying to spread my love and my passion through my music so people can enjoy themselves while listening to my music.
Yeah,
definitely. And something that's so just, like, universal.
Oh, yeah.
Every country, every culture throughout time has always had their form of music.
That's what I love about it. It's like a language. It's like everyone can connect through music.
You know, I want to learn how to play the, remember the Aboriginal Australians when they have the...
Didgeridoo?
Yeah, I want to learn how to play that.
Didgeridoo would be a really cool instrument to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean... I know for example, for me, all my life, I was very much into music and playing music, and I just played by ear. I never really knew how to play any.
You're good, dude. Like, if you learn just a little bit of theory, or just like
exactly
how to understand different chords and why they match with each other, and you know, fifths and secondary dominance and different music theory stuff, I feel like you'd be really good.
No, definitely. Like I have, like, the ear for it. I just, like, never took my time to actually sit down and learn why music is the way it is, and how to mess around with it, and, like, you know, solo and all that stuff. But it definitely has impacted my life. Just playing it. Just playing music has definitely, it's like therapeutic, you know? It's definitely, like, something I need.
Hey, well, it's never too late, like we said. Gary
Vee, doctor, filmmaker, musician.
He would rip off his arms and legs to go back to 25. You're still 20, and you could do it.
Yeah.
You have time.
Yeah.
Well,
you got time.
We have time. Levi put on the shades.
You still have time to do what you want to do in your life.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Oh, man. Now we're really going to get sued.
Shia LaBeouf. Just do it.
Well, on that note,
any other things you'd like to say to me?
I think that was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed hearing those perspectives. A lot of truth bombs were dropped. A lot of insights.
I hope I was not stuttering my way through all.
No, that
of
was
this.
great.
It
That was
it
really
great.
good.
It was great. Well, Levi,
That was really good.
thank you so much for being on our podcast.
Thank
we hope
you.
to see you again soon. Check Levi out on Spotify. We'll put his link in the
Yeah,
description.
link that.
Do you have a YouTube?
No, not yet.
No, but
But
soon.
because with my new song, we will be having a wonderful, wonderful music video to match it. And I think it encapsulates the vibe, you know. Cruising on Mulholland, summer day, summer bop, listening to my new song.
And I've
Beautiful,
seen,
colorful,
I've seen
bright
bits of it.
song.
It's really good.
It's gonna be good.
It's fun.
Professional.
It's good.
Shot by, produced by Spencer Goldfarb, right?
Spencer and the
Goldfarb.
homies at Peyote Productions.
Okay, shout out.
They did a great job, and I hope to work with them in the future. It's a lot of fun. It's the summer bop. I'm
Summer
calling
bop.
it the summer bop, and I hope everyone
Looking
else
forward
thinks
to
it's
it.
a summer bop as well.
Summer pod, summer bop.
Well, on that note, thank you again, Levi, for joining us on this episode of Summer Pod.
Yeah.
Hey man, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Well,
Oren, we need you in here,
Do we do the clap?
as always.
we're gonna do the fist
We'll do
bump.
the fist bump.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
We
traditional
always do
fist
the
bump.
fist bump.
Forgot.
Oren again, our great audio and visual camera technician, scaring away all the helicopters as they come by.
Yeah, we got a lot of like
Got my shades.
interferences
Yeah, a lot of interference.
today. Yeah. All right,
Alrighty.
well, 3,
We overcame the adversity.
2,
1.
1.
There we go.
Damn.
There we go.
See you soon. Thanks for listening.
See you soon.
Yeet.